You're a forward-facing industry, obviously, an airline. You deal with passengers, and there have been so many complaints about Air India in the recent past about service standards, the quality of the interior. We've addressed some of those, but when you come across situations of clogged toilets, for example, flights coming out of North America having to fly several hours and then fly all the way back because lavatories are inoperational, and then information emerges that that's because things were stuffed down, clothes, this, that, and the other. How can something like that potentially change? It does involve at one level the behavior of passengers, quite clearly. There's only so much an airline can do about that. But aviation in India and around the world is growing. There are all sorts of sensitivities attached with the conduct of passengers. There are cultural issues, there are other issues. How would you address this concern? Now, that's my word.
I think it's multifaceted. One, I think as an industry, and as a media, a regulator, authorities, we need to be very clear about what is acceptable standard of behaviour on any form of transport, aviation included. As an airline, we need to equip our crew with the training and the confidence and the assurance that they will be supported when they hold people to standards of behaviour that we expect. We need to hold customers to those standards if they transgress. And then we have to educate, because it is true that some people may not be experienced travellers and may not be aware of the implications of their actions or implications of having one too many drink at altitude. So it is multifaceted. There's not an easy solution, but I think it's just something we need to keep at.
It's a difficult situation for an airline, particularly a flight which is operational, which has to divert for whatever the reason is. And it's a financial hit as well for you, isn't it?
Yeah, it's very expensive and very inconvenient to the other few hundred passengers who are aboard the aircraft.
And subsequent flights.
And those that are waiting at the other end for the aircraft to arrive.
Yeah, right. And so that's something that you are working on, training your crew and whether it's ground staff or in-flight crew as well. I mean, that's an active part of your training.
Absolutely. It's a very much stepped up part of our training program, arising from incidents that have occurred over the past few years.
Do you get the support from the DGCA that you seek in this?
Yes, we do.
Blacklisting passengers?
Yes, we do. So in times past, if there was an incident on board our aircraft that we felt we wanted to report to the police, our crew would need to physically go to the police premises and oftentimes wait many, many hours to be able to report. And this is after they had operated a 10, 15-hour flight, which is just, it wasn't acceptable. And the authorities have realised this as being an impediment to reporting and therefore encouraging good behaviour. So they've changed the process so that our crew can be able to do their duty of reporting without having to be so inconvenienced in the process. So people are recognising the issue, the solutions are coming into place. It's not an easy problem to solve, but I think there's a concerted and shared vision to solve it.